Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is Vlogmas day 9. Wow, I cannot believe that we are almost at 10 days into December. That's nuts to me. December is flying by so quickly, and I feel like whenever Vlogmas comes around, it feels like it's super slow at the beginning of Vlogmas, but then like halfway through, I'm like, oh my god, the month is almost over. Christmas is almost here. But enough of that chit chat. I wanted to introduce today's video, and it is going to be a jewelry collection video. I've seen some questions pop up in the comment boxes below in some of my videos, asking what type of jewelry I have, to link to certain necklaces and rings and earrings that I'm wearing. So I decided to share my full comprehensive jewelry collection with you guys today, along with how I organize my jewelry, because I invested a little bit within the past recent year into organizers. Very proud of my collection. It has grown and evolved quite a bit in the past recent years, and it's ever evolving and changing because I always add new pieces to it. But I think at the core of it, the majority of my jewelry has more of like a simple, dainty, vintage classic feel to it. I used to never be a fan of gold, and within the past 2 years or so, I've been wearing a lot more of it. So you're gonna see a lot of gold pieces and a lot of silver pieces. But before we jump into that, I'll just run through really quickly what I'm wearing today so that you guys can kind of get an idea of what my everyday jewelry looks like. The current jewelry that I have on me, I've literally been wearing for the past, I think, 3 months nonstop without taking them off, except for maybe like to go shower, wash my face, that sort of thing, and then I essentially put them back on right afterwards when I'm done. So let's start off with the ears. I have quite a bit of MUJI jewelry on me right now, actually, to be honest. I have 2 different hoops. These are Huggies. I have, I believe, I can't see right now, I can't remember, especially since I've been wearing these for so long. It kind of fades in and out of memory as to which order I'm wearing it. I believe the first hole is a gold hoop, and then the second hole is a silver hoop. Actually, no, this is a white gold. So when it comes to my jewelry and anything that's pierced into my body, like earrings, I found that I can't tolerate anything that's like nickel plated or like aluminum or sterling silver. It seems like my body only really has a preference towards gold, whether it's white gold or yellow gold, and my body seems to reject all other types of metal literally within like 10 to 15 minutes of me putting on like plated jewelry into my ears. It starts to get like really warm, like I can feel it getting inflamed. It's warm, it gets red, it's hot, and then in a couple hours I'll start to feel an infection setting on. I don't know why. My body hates it. It's frustrating because I can't buy all the jewelry that I want in the world. I have to specifically figure out what the material is made of before I can purchase it, but at least I know for sure a lot of MUJI jewelry suits me because a lot of their stuff is gold and white gold, so that is perfect. I've had these earrings on for probably the better last half of the year for now. I'm the type of person that when I put on jewelry, I don't take it off and mix and match frequently. I keep like a specific piece on for a long period of time until I need to take it off for a specific reason, and then I put something else on. Whether it's to swap it out with another piece of static jewelry that's gonna just sit in my ears for an extended period of time, or for costume jewelry that I'm gonna wear to an event. Like if I wanna put in big flashy earrings for a photo shoot, or go to a special gala, if I want like really sparkly dangly ones for like a really fancy party, then that happens. But otherwise, these ones stay in my ear every single day. I don't take them off to shower, I don't take them off to sleep. They do nothing essentially except sit there and look like cute pieces of jewelry. So this is all I have right now. I currently only have 2 piercings on either side, but I do plan on getting more. I want to get a third on each lobe, and then I would love, love, love to also get like a tragus in my right one, which is this little one right here, and possibly another cartilage piercing in my left ear somewhere eventually in the scope of things, but that's not in the realm of my current piercing situation anytime now. So moving on to necklaces I'm currently wearing. This little thin chain here is also from MUJI. I particularly love this one because it's a very simple layering piece. I can wear it either by itself, or I can layer it together with a bunch of other necklaces, which I've kind of done here, and it just like sits there. It's at the perfect length to kind of just blend in naturally. And even when I don't have other jewelry on and I just have like a bare open-faced chest, I find that it's a very nice dainty piece of jewelry to just kind of like catch a glint of the sun or the light. Every once in a while you get like a nice little yellow sparkle. So it's one of the more delicate pieces that I own, and it's recently become one of the permanent staples in my everyday necklace collection. To be honest, this is the most jewelry I've ever worn, I think, at any time in my life. I used to always either like only wear necklaces or only wear earrings or only wear rings or only wear bracelets, but right now I've got everything on. I've got like earrings, necklaces, this ring at least for now, and like a tiny little bracelet. I found that when you layer delicate pieces together, it's very easy to get away with wearing more pieces. It doesn't feel like you have all these sparkly gems on you. Although granted, I did go to the gym this morning with these 3 necklaces on, and it felt a little bit weird because I felt like I was wearing a little bit too much bling for the gym, but that's okay. No one really said anything, so I'm okay with that. But moving on to my other necklaces, I have this little horoscope one here that I got from PR, actually from Estee Lauder. It's really sweet. They gave us each a necklace to our horoscope. I'm Cancer. There is, I think, the Cancer sign on one side and the crab on the other. So I just like this one because it actually is like the really perfect length to layer with this thin Mujuri one. Hi, Copes. You gonna join me? It's the perfect length to layer along with the Mujuri one. It sits a little bit below it and it's not too big of a pendant. It's the perfect size and shape to really balance the thickness of this chain against the Mujuri one. So the other third one that I wear all the time is this little gold pendant here, and it has like a rose and some blue constellation gems on it. And this is from Wanderlust & Co. It's a little bit different. The chain is less of like a chain and more of like, I don't know how you explain this, sticks of metal. I love Wanderlust & Co. I believe this one is 14 karat gold. I have a couple of their other pieces, and those ones are more of my statement jewelry because a lot of them have bigger pendants that look like this, similar shape and size, and they definitely are like the focal anchoring point when it comes to your stack of a necklace. So I wear these ones a little bit longer so that they can hang lower, and then all of my other thinner jewelry up a little bit higher, and this kind of really balances out the whole look of the necklace. I've probably wearing this particular stack of necklaces for the past 3 or 4 months. The most recent addition to this stack actually is the Mujuri necklace, this little thin one right here, and then before that it was the Horoscope necklace, and then for a while I only wore this one. And although I like that look, I kind of liked having a layered stack a little bit better because I felt that it really filled in the chest a little bit more. I have very small boogies, so having more detail up here that kind of detracts from this and to kind of make this look a little bit more filled is ideal for me. Rings wise, I currently have nothing. To be very honest, ever since I got engaged, I have only solely been wearing my engagement ring, and this is from David Yurman. I loved this ring, and Peter and I actually picked out the ring together. I probably need to upload a video about our engagement story just to kind of explain to you guys exactly how that happened, but I love it because of the detailing around the band. It's like a twist, and this signifies, to me at least, the union of two people together, twisting together forever. So right now, only the engagement ring. I am currently on the hunt for a wedding band to pair with this ring, so you guys will see that one probably soon because I'm going to be taking you guys with me on that journey as well. But I don't really wear a lot of jewelry on my hands from a day-to-day basis. I wash my hands quite a bit, so taking them off all the time to wash my hands is a little bit frustrating. So I've limited how many rings I wear. Every once in a while I'll add on a couple of extra pieces to stack together, and then that's essentially it. I was shopping for the Cartier Love Ring when I was recently in Copenhagen last month, and I almost made the plunge just because it was much more affordable than it was here, but I refrained because my current purpose with jewelry is to look for our wedding bands. So that is on my radar in the near future, to acquire a love ring, just because I love the way that it looks. I did want it as a wedding band, but when I stacked it together with my engagement ring, the two of them didn't quite pair together the nicest, so I refrained from purchasing it for that. And you know what, it's a pretty ring to wear on its own anyway, so I figured let's just get it for myself in the future. So you guys probably will see a video of that in the coming, I don't know, year or two whenever I acquire it, but I'll keep you updated on that. And then bracelets, I actually just started wearing bracelets recently again. For the longest time, I never wore bracelets because I'm the type of person who doesn't like to have the feeling of things on my wrists when I'm typing at a computer. I spend a lot of my day in front of the computer. So whenever my wrists are settled on the top of my desk and I can feel it as I'm typing away, it gets really annoying to me, and I have to take all of my jewelry and my hair elastics off. The only bracelet that I currently have on right now, I don't even know if this is going to pick up well on the camera because it's so dainty. I'll show it from far away and then maybe insert a close-up and a cutaway, is this tiny little delicate Mujuri gold bracelet right here. It's just a simple chain. There's nothing on it, but I love how delicate and thin it is because it kind of just catches the light and glints off of it, similar to how this chain necklace is. And it just adds really nicely to any sort of look without overpowering any other jewelry that you currently have on. It's not too costumey, and I really love this one because I believe this is also 14 karat gold, so I can wash my hands with this and not worry about it getting too tarnished, though I do take it off when I shower because when I shower, I use a lot of body and hair products and I don't want the gunk to build up in this. But I love this one, and I honestly would buy like a second or third one and stack them together just to have a couple of different chains on my wrist. Love it. This one does not get in the way at all. It's so thin I can't even notice it half the time, and I actually scare myself every once in a while thinking that I accidentally lose it when I don't see it on my wrist and it's hidden underneath a sleeve somewhere. But that's my new acquisition when it comes to bracelets, and I have been wearing this non-stop for the past month. So let's move on to all of the other jewelry that I have in my collection, and I will also show you the current organization process that I have for it. Keep in mind that the current organization process is not only for jewelry. I'm using it to house other things as well, but as I acquire more jewelry to my collection, I will slowly move things in and out, you know, like renovicting my other things that are in those boxes to make way for jewelry. but this is how I organize and store my jewelry on an everyday basis.
This is essentially where I store all of my jewelry. It's going to be a little bit complicated for me to kind of show it to you guys, but I'll try my best. I have one drawer at the top here, a second drawer here, and a third one here. I believe this full system is a 5-system drawer from MUJI. These are a little bit pricey. I think it was closer to around the price point of like $60 when I purchased it, but they every once in a while have a 30% off discount, so you can probably get it then. I'm going to go through each of the drawers sequentially to kind of show you guys what's inside each of them. And then I also have another rack full of necklaces on the other side, but let me just take these right off. I really love this drawer because there's a lid that opens up on top here like this. Sorry if the focus goes in and out. I don't think my camera really enjoys focusing on acrylics. I'll try my best to make sure everything's in focus. But this box has a lid on the top, which makes it easy for me to open and to grab all of my rings. Most of my rings at a quick glance are at the top here. So let me take it out and show you what it looks like. If I take this drawer, usually they slide out completely like this. And I'll show you what this looks like from the top down. So this is what the first drawer looks like. I have 2 compartments in here. This whole side is my gold and this side is my silver. And this is where I keep all of my earrings. I actually filled it from the back towards the front. The back here has a few of different studs, and then I work forwards towards the bigger earrings on this side. Same with the silver jewelry. I have smaller studs at the back and then bigger jewelry towards the front. To be honest, I probably should be putting all the smaller jewelry and studs towards the front because those are the ones I reach for most frequently, but it's just the way I organized it when I was doing it, so I'm just going to leave it as is. I currently have both of these velvet inserts in place in the drawer right now, and I really like it because it's a soft touch, so it doesn't scratch up the acrylic base drawers, and it's easy for me to kind of like grip my jewelry whenever I go in and reach for them. So this is how I store most of my earrings, and I don't really have any bigger earrings, so I don't really need space for them at the moment, but if I do ever require like larger hoops, then I definitely would have to probably look into changing up the setup. I'd probably just take out one of these trays and put in a different bigger tray to fit the hoops. I think these trays run anywhere between $12 to $20 depending on how you want the setup to be. I guess like you don't really need to have 2 in this drawer specifically, but I wanted this drawer to store all of my earrings. So that's drawer number 1 going back in. And you can remove all of these really easily, which is why I love it as well, because it's super easy to take things in and out. I don't usually always remove them completely whenever I'm taking jewelry out. It's just for the purpose of this video that I'm showing you guys. This is drawer number 2, and in this drawer, this is where I house all of my bracelets and the majority of my rings. I have kind of sorted my rings out to have all the gold towards like the top section here. There's a bunch of silver rings along this side and then some rose gold rings over here. I don't wear a lot of rose gold. I typically gravitate towards the bottom row here, which is all just various silver bands. So this is probably why you'll see a lot of silver in this tray right here. I like it because I can fit a bunch of different rings in this, and this is actually one whole velvet insert tray here alone. So it came with the top half completely open like this and the bottom half specifically for rings, and because the top half fits all of my bracelets perfectly, that's where I put the majority of them. As you can see on the top right corner here, there are also some other rings as well. These ones were a little bit too thick to fit into the bottom portion, so I just set them along the sides up here, and any extra rings that I have that don't fit into here, I kind of just place them amongst bracelets right there, and the bracelets fit in perfectly, so I never had to really move them. I love this tray. It fits so much, it's ridiculous. So that is tray number 2 for my jewelry collection. And then for the last tray right here, I'll show you guys what I have. I have more bracelets. Wow, I really should have thought about this before I took this one out, but this is kind of like my Pandora tray. I have a bunch of charm bracelets kind of nestled along here. I don't really want to push it all the way down because there's some charms up top here, if you guys can see, that I am actually afraid may fall out if I tip this completely. But I have this one up here, 2 different ones. I also have a silver one lying around somewhere. I need to find it and put it back into here. And then the middle compartment is actually empty right now. I think that's where the silver one originally went until I misplaced it. And then I have the typical Pandora bracelet in silver right here and another gold one down below here. I don't own a lot of bracelets, like I said, just because I don't really like the feeling of them on my hands all the time, but I'm definitely going to fill this drawer a lot more with other bracelets in the future once I acquire some more. Probably like that dainty one that I currently have on my wrist. I might slot into this one whenever I don't feel like wearing it, but this is the Pandora drawer. Sliding this one back into here. So this is my current jewelry setup in these drawers, and these are all from MUJI. I also have one last drawer under here, but I don't know if this one particularly is what you consider jewelry. It's mostly like my hair accessories and clips, so I'm not going to show that one, but that's where I store all of them because I consider it an accessory along with jewelry. So now let's go to the other side over here, which I have a whole hanging rack of necklaces necklaces. This situation right here is a little bit tricky to show you and explain just because it's not really settled against anything, so it's hard for me to really show you what each necklace looks like, which is why I'm not really showing you every single piece from the entire collection, just showing you like the broad range of what I have. But this setup I actually got from a closing down American Apparel back in like, I think 2016 when they were closing in Canada. This is a grid setup where they would store all of their clothes, and these are racks actually where they would hang the hangers off of. They were selling all this stuff for like, I think it was like $1 for one of these racks, $10 for this wire rack. So I picked one up and I actually repurposed it into my jewelry hanger, which is what it's currently sitting as right now. I have like 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 different hooks sitting across the top with a bunch of different jewelry on them. So I'll quickly go through how I organize each and every single one. I apologize, you won't be able to purchase this rack anywhere just because I picked it up from a store that was closing down, but you can definitely try to see if you can recreate something like this. I don't know if you go to, I don't know, a wholesale retailer if they'll sell racks or stores like this, but I'll also be sure to link a necklace rack that I do really like, which is what I would purchase if I don't ever need this in the future. And I do foresee myself getting rid of this sometime in the future to trade up for a necklace rack once I kind of like trim down the necklace collection that I have, because a lot of them in here I no longer wear and I can definitely give them away to somebody else who would use them a little bit better than me. Taking a deep dive into my necklaces, let's start at the very back with this last rack over here. There is, I don't know if you guys can really see, there's a bunch of like shell necklaces that I brought home from when I went to Tahiti. Those just sit there. I never really touch those, so those stay at the very far back. Moving on to the second rung right here, I guess you'd call them rungs. I have a bunch of longer necklaces that I don't usually ever really wear just because I like shorter layering necklaces. So they kind of just sit there and I spread them out evenly so that I can see them if I ever need to. It's a mix of like silver, gold, rhodium, that sort of thing. The third rung over here actually has a bunch of different rose gold necklaces. I don't wear rose gold that much, which is why it also sits a little bit farther back because I know I'll never really reach for it, but it's there in case I ever need it to match with anything. And then the fourth rung right here has a lot of my gold necklaces on shorter chains, like this one that has a little pendant on it. This one is also from Wanderlust & Co. Love this one, very pretty. And then I have a couple of these Pandora chokers, which I also really, really love. This is also in the gold collection that they released last year as well. This is beautiful. A couple more pendants over here, also another Wanderlust & Co. one. As you guys can see, I really love the Wanderlust & Co. like thick, heavy pendants. This one's actually a locket and you can put a picture in it. I haven't yet, but I would love to one day. And then the next rung over here, this is rung number 5, has all of my silver jewelry. My silver jewelry actually surprisingly is a little bit more delicate. They just have like tiny little small pendants. This is a Tiffany necklace that Mel got for me one year for my birthday. This is just a simple MUJI chain that has like little pearls scattered throughout it that I can use as a stacking choker. There's some other pieces in the back here as well. This is just like a simple T-bar with my name on it that I got from an event. And this is a really beautiful starburst necklace that I can't remember where I got this one from, but it's pretty, so I leave it here for me to wear every once in a while. If I move on to the next rung over here, this is number 6 at the back. These ones sit all the way at the back just because this whole situation is on a slant. So it leans against the wall and they all slide back because they're a little bit heavier. But these are my chokers. This is where my Pandora bracelet went. I actually linked 2 bracelets together to make it into a choker. And then I have a couple of these heavier ones at the back. These ones are more for like dressing up. If I want to go out and party, it's like a necklace choker and a star choker. And then up here is where I start to store some of my bracelets. These ones too are also a little bit heavier, so they slide to the back. I have some Alex and Ani ones. I have this pink rubber one from David Yurman that really reminds me of circa like 1999 Live Strong style bracelets. So shifting over to these bracelets, these are the other ones that I wear more on an occasional basis. I have my little Dior friendship bracelet that just like hangs up off of here. I have some gold Pandora bracelets that I wear. They're like little chains that can stack, and some other little kind of stackable friendship bracelet style bracelets that are just sitting up here. And then this also, once again, is not really jewelry, but I feel that it's like accessories, so I keep them up here. And this is where I store all of my hair scrunchies. So I have this teddy bear one on the side over here. I have a couple of silk ones from this company called the Scrunchie Lab in Toronto that sent them to me. There's like a black one, a pewter one, and this little brown one. I've been wearing this one a lot because it blends in with my hair. But that's essentially my whole necklace and bracelet situation that's hanging off of this rung right here. So thank you guys so much for watching the video and joining me today on my little jewelry collection organization video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's anything in particular that stood out to you. I'm going to try my best to link all the pieces of jewelry that I mentioned specifically that I'm wearing right now in this video and currently in the description bar down below, along with the
MUJI acrylic cubes that I use to store my jewelry in and the different compartments that I purchased for them. I love them. It's a really nice way for me to be able to visualize and see my jewelry at a quick glance, so I can kind of decide exactly what I want to wear which day whenever I want to go look for it. I would say that it is a little bit pricey, but MUJI does have sales every once in a while, so definitely keep an eye out for the sales and pick up your acrylic cases then. I have been collecting them for quite a while now. It's been a few years since I've acquired that specific set for my jewelry, and I have a couple other ones for my beauty and makeup in the bathroom as well. So definitely take your time when it comes to acquiring the acrylic pieces. They're great investment pieces because they're not going to break. They're durable. I love the fact that they stack, which makes it really efficient to store and organize everything. And I know that the different boxes will not slide off of each other. I also really love that the inserts are really easy for me to shuffle around and to reorganize and to redesign how I want my jewelry to lay out, which makes it nice. The different compartments are really functional. Trust me, guys. When you acquire more jewelry and you need to reorganize things, it'll come to you. But that's what I highly recommend. And if you guys aren't looking for something like that in that price range, I'll also include a link to a couple other jewelry boxes that I really like that I would pick up if I had less jewelry that I needed to organize. But couldn't say better things about MUJI. Love their stuff to death. If you guys have any other questions as to how I organize and store my jewelry, please feel free to drop some questions and comments down in the comment section below. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I will see you in tomorrow's Vlogmas. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye!